Before we get started, we give all praise and the glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Give honor to Apostle Elder Great Millstones with will. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preaches truth sincerely across the four corners, of the earth. And Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. You know, the name of this lesson is Scoffers, man. You know, because Scoffers is a sign, you know, that show that we in the last days, man. You know, the Lord got all these different, like Pastor Ricardo was going into a video recently, you know, that time of the Scoffers is the time of Scoffers is over with, man. You know, they had their time, you know, of all the different, you know, different scoffers they used to come with, but that era is over with, man, because the prophecies is speeding up. But before we grab the 2 Peter, somebody grab 1 John chapter 2.
Yeah. This is 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time.
Right, so yeah, the Lord said when many anti-messiahs come that we're in the last time, that we're in the end. So that's a sign when people scoff the prophets, you know, they talk shit, you know, they change the doctrine, and, you know, that's all a sign to let you know that we're in the end. That's a prophecy that we're in the end, man, because they talk about how these evil men shall wax worse, you know. In the last days, there shall be seducing spirits. The Lord literally programmed people to just scoff and just be a demon, man, so he could destroy their ass, man.
I have that too, what you just quoted.
All right, grab it.
This is 1 Timothy 4 and verse 1. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to the seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Right, so that's all the, you know, you fall out, you know, because you got people that fall out the truth, or they'll fall out, you know, stop teaching 100% truth and start teaching other doctrines. Like, you know, it's about that at camp yesterday, you know, one nigga that used to be in the camp, you know, his ass, now he teaching that heathens can make it now. You know, that's a part of his doctrine he teach. But he used to be in the camp. So you got people there leave the 100% truth, change the doctrine up, or like Pastor Sahara always going to these people there, leave the truth, go back to Christianity. You know, they just get more bugged out. You know, but that's a sign of showing the end, man. Cause that's a scoffer at the end of the day. That's the anti-Messiah, because scoffing don't have to do with your just you talking shit. Your actions, you know, your actions speak for you.
Right. And that just means that you just against Yahweh Shai at the end of the day, you know, when it say Antichrist. But it says verse 2, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. So their minds is like seared. It's like they just programmed to think forward with their thoughts of what they believe is to be true, you know. And you know the scripture talk about if the blind lead the blind, they shall all fall in the ditch, right? And you got IUIC members who basically, you know, constantly keep, you know, regurgitating the same breakdowns of Bishop Nathaniel, but they never really looked into, you know, searching for their own and really trying to figure out what's right or wrong. You know, they like, you know, a mockingbird. Like they hear it and guess what? They repeat it. And that's all they doing, man. You know, they not really, you know, studying to show they self-approved, man. You know, they not rightly dividing the word of truth, man. You know, but just like Pastor Hart mentioned today in the lesson that, you know, all those who basically, you know, add on or take away from the word all these things that's written in the Bible, far as in the plagues, they're gonna be upon you, man. You know, that's kind of scary, man. You know, especially for someone to follow the correct doctrine and then just start teaching all other type of stuff. And they said the niggas from Genesis are starting to teach that Cornelius was a heathen now. That's crazy. Like y'all was already speaking, you know, the things that was true and right. You know, that's how you know we at the last times, man. It's real.
Yeah, you know, the Lord is plaguing the minds of these people, man. And it's only gonna get worse. These people, they're gonna wax worse in their wickedness, man. You know, you got that.
Yeah. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Right, yeah. Every idle word that you speak, but even just your actions alone, man. You just say by your actions are you weighed. You know, you're gonna have to answer to that, man. You know, and that go for all these people that scoff the prophets, man. Keisha, these other niggas, these other nations. You have to, the day of judgment is coming, and you have to respond to you for your actions, man. Just to say what's where the Most High is not mocked, or whatsoever man soweth, that's what he shall reap. You mock the Most High in your wickedness, man. Read the next verse.
It says, verse 37, For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Right, so you're going to be content. Keep reading on that. Don't drop that key.
Right.
You know, you're going to be condemned by your words and by your actions, man. The Lord's going to play it back. You know, you're going to understand why you got judged, man. It's not going to be no confusion or why this happened. No, you're going to know exactly why you're getting judged, man.
Well, they say life and death is in the power of the tongue.
It says, verse 38, Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee. But he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
Which is the prophets. You know, that's the sign given to you, but you refuse, you reject the sign, man. So the Lord, he's going to reject you, man, because how shall I say, he that receiveth you, receive me. He that receive me, receive him that sent me, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, brother put a scripture, this 2 Corinthians 5:10, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. You know?
Right, the things done in his body, talking about his works, whether you're doing the work of the Lord or you sitting back and scoffing and laughing at the prophets.
Right. You're gonna receive recompense for everything you do, man. You know, scripture say, every man shall be rewarded by his own work, by his works, man. You know. But yeah, man, cause hey, you know, whoever this other dude is, hey man, we got the truth, man, cause the Lord gave us the unctions of all things, man. You know, but that's a scoffer right there.
Man, come
on. You know,
right.
So if you're scoffing, you know, or you rejecting knowledge, hey, go outside with that. You know, you rejecting this knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you're going to receive your recompense, man, which is the destruction, judgment, evil judgment, man. You know, because this is not a game. This is not something to that just take lightly, man. The Lord is not a joke. He's not the soft God that this world try to portray, that fucking long-haired, blue-eyed devil, man. The Lord is an awesome man, and he's going to bring judgment to those who despise him and reject him. What else do this Matthew say? No.
Man, these
All right, that's it on that Matthew.
You still on that First Peter?
Yeah. Bring that out.
What was that? First Peter 4.
No, that was 2 Peter 3:3. But before you grab that, I'm gonna grab this. This is Jude 1:16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. So right, you know, this go back to them scoffers, man.
Right.
Walking after their own lust. It's not even a verse I wanted, but hey, it all ties in. Because you people living willingly, being wicked, and thinking that you're not going to receive no judgment for your actions, man. You know, but judgment is coming to you niggas, man, 2/3. We in the time of Jacob's trouble that's about to take place.
Verse 18.
Verse 18. Oh, yeah. Verse 17. But beloved, remember ye the words which are spoken before the apostles of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Right, because the Lord said what? He that believeth me, you know, as the scripture says, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people, they come with their own understanding, their own mindset of what they believe is truth and all of that. But guess what? You got to enter in at the straight gate, man. You know, you people coming in with your own precepts that's taught by men. You know, you're not, you know, coming through the words of Yahweh Shah. So I say through thy precepts do I get understanding, man. You know, and, you know, just looking at that scoffer right there, bro, this man don't teach. He don't do anything, bro. He's just coming out his own vain opinions, man.
He look like a Brad or something.
Yeah, he look like a Brad.
We are the
prophets. That
prophets.
nigga, man.
But guess what, though? If a nigga can't get it, we moving on. So we can remove him off the live. So, that's it. It was good while it lasted for that. Verse 18, it say, how that they told you there should be mockers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lusts. And that's that 2 Peter, man. So these scoffers is out here. But like Apostle Raquel was saying in this lesson earlier today, man, the era of the scoffers is over with, man. Because the Lord is bringing judgment. He's bringing prophecy to pass. And he's in a time of judging you wicked ass niggas, man. And you 2/3, man. Keisha and you Pookie and Ray Ray, man. You know, it's time for you to receive your judgment, man. You know, because you despise the Lord at the end of the day and his word and his man. So yeah, Lord, what this was edifying. This was a quick one with that. We go close out, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. The honors of the apostle elders of great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful lake. Shalom, Equanimous.